This is the third and final call for the varsity girls 100-meter hurdles. Athletes, if you are participating in that event, you should report to the heating area at this time. This is the second call for the boys 110-meter hurdles. We'd like to welcome everyone to Williams Stadium for the District 9-6A Track and Field Championships. We will have an abbreviated schedule this evening as the relays, middle distance and longer distances will run on Tuesday due to potential weather issues. We are on a timed schedule tonight, so there will be pauses between races to give our multi-event athletes.
Good evening and welcome to Williams Stadium at the 2025 UIL District 9-6A Varsity Track Meet. Hello everyone, Steve Reeves here, joined by my partner Bobby George. And Bobby, I tell you, interesting scenario today because we've had inclement weather, in the area. So a lot of our races, yeah, exactly. A lot of our races were actually done on Tuesday. So we've only got a handful of races for you tonight. We'll kind of explain as we walk through the day here, what events we're running and so forth. But, pretty good results. A lot of the races run and certainly the field events took place on Tuesday. So we'll also be reading a lot of the results for you as we go throughout the day. So our first event tonight, usually we start with the relays, but we're going to start with the girls 100-meter hurdles. That will be our first event coming up. And so you can see the ladies already on the track, and we'll go ahead and give you the lane assignments for the first race of the evening. Again, the girls 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah, that'll be in lane 1, Leanna Nguyen from Saxe. Lane 2, Madeline Moran from Garland. Lane 3, Jayla Thomas from Rowlett. 4 is Kaylee Horace from Lakeview. And lane 5, Kaylin Caruso from Wiley East with her teammate Landry Titsworth from Wiley East. And then in lane 7, you've got Kennedy Wesley from Saxe. Lane 8 is Caitlin Boggle from Wiley.
Those are the lane assignments for the girls 100-meter hurdles. Again, interesting day today, and weather cooperating at the moment, a little overcast, but track dry enough to get these events in. Again, this is the district track meet. So glad you're here with us today, and we're going to get started here momentarily.
Now the wind has picked up. I mean, it was blowing in pretty good. I would say it's probably about a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind eventually, and sometimes when those wind gusts are really picking up, and they're running with the wind. So I would suggest that we're going to have some good times today.
Yeah, I think you're right. Again, interesting to start off with the hurdles right off the bat. Again, we typically see relays, but boy, good one to start with here. This girls 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah, you'd be looking for the lane favorite would be Kelly Horace in lane 4. She ran at 14:06 in prelim. She is the favorite to win this. Just look at her in lane 4 there.
Yeah, lane 5 also Kaylin Caruso from Wiley East ran 14:83. So again, one to watch there. Those were your top 2 times in the prelims. And as Bobby just mentioned, of course, Kelsey Horace from Lakeview is the favorite.
She cooks it. You run in 14:06. I mean, a lot of these girls, they'll hit it 15, in some. But you got to run a perfect race and not hit any of these hurdles in order to get that time.
For those just tuning in for the first time on track here in Texas, for our high schools, the top 4 in each event will move on to the area round. So the top 4 is what you're looking at here. Again, we'll show the official results after each one of the races, but top 4 do advance to the area round, which will be held, of course, next week. Well, girls have got to be nervous right here as they're just waiting to get started here. We're about a minute, or actually less than a minute away from the start. So you can see them there. Matter of fact, they're just now getting ready and getting into the block. So our first race, once again, the girls' 100-meter hurdles.
And your lane favorites is lane 4 is Kelly Horace, lane 3 is Jayla Thomas, and lane 5, Kaylin Caruso. Those three have the best times in prelims.
Girls in the blocks. We got a good start. We are off, and boy, you see right off the bat, lane 4, Horace jumping out quickly, but 5 and 6, the two girls from Wiley East making their move. Coming into the stretch right here, and it is going to be indeed Kelsey Horace in first, it appears, and Wiley East back-to-back there, Kaylin Caruso and Landry Titsworth in second and third. But here are your official results from the girls' 100-meter hurdles.
I'd like to once again thank our athletes from Garland High School for helping with our hurdles this afternoon, and the athletes from Lakeview Centennial helping with the starting blocks.
Well, that scared me. Well, that scared me.
We would like to remind everyone tonight during races to please remain off of the rail and back in the stands. We do not want that runner in the outside lane distracted. So if you are standing near the rail, we ask that you please move back up into the stands during the race. Thank you. This is the second call for the varsity girls 100-meter dash, and first call for the varsity boys 100-meter dash. Next up on the track will be our varsity boys in the 110-meter hurdles. Here are the lane assignments. In lane 1, Nathan Maturi from North Garland.
And the guys are getting on the track for the boys' 110-meter hurdles. That's our next event.
And here are your lane assignments.
Nathan Maturi, lane 1 for North Garland. Lane 2, Jaden Lyles, North Garland. Lane 3, Desmond Hall from Naaman. Lane 4, and the favorite is Jaden Young from Wiley East with a 14.29 prelim. Lane 5, Jalen Dozier from Naaman. Lane 6, Caden Flowers for Garland. Lane 7, Josh Iziagu from Saxe. And lane 8, Ben Stowell from Wiley.
See the boys approaching the blocks here, getting ready. Again, the boys 110-meter hurdles. And the fastest prelim was Jaden Young from Wiley East with a 14.29. He is in lane 4.
Desmond Hall and Jalen Dozier in lane 3 and 5. They were second and third in the prelims. So that's going to be your favorites right there in the middle.
Yeah, another good start here. They are off and running. Boy, good start once again by Young of Wiley East. He is out in front.
Woo, he's fast.
Got the two Naaman runners in second and third currently, and there it is. It does appear that in lane 4, Jaden Young from Wiley East is the winner, followed by Hall and Dozier from Naaman Forest. Boy, they were right there neck and neck, Bobby, so we'll wait and see the official results. And here they are, the official results for the boys' 110-meter hurdles.
Well, he knows he ran a good race. He's being celebrated by everybody out there.
Yeah, good race there. And we'll go ahead and mention, as we are clearing the track right now from the hurdles, we'll go ahead and talk about some of the events. And why don't we start, Bobby, with the two relays, the 4x1 relay. So, again, these events were held on Tuesday, so these finals were determined on Tuesday. Again, remember, the top 4 in each one of these events, you know, qualify for the area round.
Yeah, so girls 4x100-meter relay, if we want to go with that one, Wiley East collecting 20 points with a 47-49, all the way around the track there. Boy, that's fast, 47-49. They get the 20 points, first place. Saxe, they get 48-20. They picked up 16 points. And Wiley High School's third place, 48-85. They picked up 12 points. Then you got the Lakeview and North Garland. And if you want to pick up the results, you can hit the QR code on your cell phone there, and that'll pull up all of the finals and all the races.
For the other 4x100, of course, the boys, again, this event was also held on Tuesday. So first place was North Garland with a time of 42:34. Wiley East came in second with a time of 42.83. In third place was Garland Naaman Forest with a time of 42.95. And then the fourth place team, again, all 4 of these teams will move on to the area round. Wiley High School with a time of 43:14. So, again, first place North Garland, second place Wiley East, third place Garland Naaman Forest, and fourth place Wiley High School. So, again, those are the top 4 qualifiers in the boys 4x100, and they will advance to the area round.
Well, I would have liked to have seen that race. I mean, you look at it, all teams were within 1 second of each other. I mean, that was a close race right there. I bet it was exciting.
Yeah, totally agree. Let's go ahead and get a couple other results in, too, while we have a little time. Again, they are clearing the track. And as we mentioned before, again, just scan the QR code there if you want to take a look at some of the other results that, again, took place on Tuesday. But let's talk about the girls' 800-meter run. So, again, always a fun event to watch, Bobby. Here were the finalists here, and again, the top 4 qualifiers.
800 meters, that's 2 times around the track as well. So, I mean, that's why you see these times the way you do. But that's 2 times around. You've got to have some great endurance right there to hit that one. Yeah, it's a full sprint, but then it's a long-distance run.
Yeah, so let's listen to some of these times. So, again, in first place from Wiley East, Madison Acres with a time of 2:27.24. That's moving pretty good around that track. Second place was Alicia Payne from Saxe with a time of 2:28.25. Third place was Aurora Dean Nego from Saxe with a time of 2:29.87. And then in fourth place from Wiley East, Isabel Price with a time of 2:31.38. So, again, those are the top 4 qualifiers. They will move on to the area round. Pretty good race there in the girls' 800-meter run.
Yeah, I mean, that is such a hard event to run in the first place. It's hard to train for. There's a lot to go into that because it's such a long race for endurance, but then it's a full sprint. So congratulations to those.
Still have a few minutes before the next event, so let's go ahead and talk about the boys' 800-meter run as well. So in first place from Wiley High School with a time of 2:18, so 2 minutes there. Even Zachary Brumfield, he was the winner of the boys' 800-meter run.
Yeah, picked up 10 points for him.
Second place was Landon Cooper, also from Wiley, with a time of 2:03.43. Third place, Ozzie Heredia from Saxey with a time of 2:03.59, so really close there, a tenth of a second.
Oh, that's such a strong run.
Yeah, between second and third. And then fourth place, Thorne Owen from Wiley with a time of 2:03.76. So you had 2, 3, and 4 there. Bobby, all finished with 2:03, but then you're looking at just tenths of a second apart between second, third, and fourth.
I mean, that had to be a race down the last 50 meters of that race. They had to be pretty close.
Champion of the Varsity Girls 100-meter hurdles with a time of 14.20 seconds, Kelsey Horace from Lakeview Centennial. And here were the final results in the boys 110-meter hurdles. Sixth place, Nathan Maturi from North Garland. Fifth place to Caden Flowers from Garland High School. Placing fourth and moving on to the area meet, Jaden Lyles from North Garland High School. Third place to Jalen Dozier from Naaman Forest. In second, Desmond Hall, also from Naaman Forest High School. And the champion in the varsity boys 110-meter hurdles with a time of 14.35 seconds, Jaden Young from Wiley East High School.
Our next event is the girls' 100-meter dash. Boy, one of my favorite events here, Bobby. And let's talk a little bit about the lane assignments.
Yeah, and lane 1 is Ava Bradshaw from Wiley East. Lane 2 is Sky Marie Guyton from Naaman. Lane 3, Aluna Booker from Wiley East. Lane 4, Precious Akpati from Wiley East. They're the two fastest right there together. Lane 5, Cameron Fair from Saxey. Lane 6, Mariah Morgan from Rowlett. Lane 7, Zachia Thompson from Lakeview. And Lane 8, Taylor Williams from Wiley.
Again, lane 4, as Bobby mentioned, Precious Akpati from Wiley East had the fastest prelim time of 11.75. But I tell you, there are 3 girls right there, you know, in the sub-12. Again, lanes 3, 4, and 5. So keep your eye out for that. Should be a really good race here.
These are what you do when you're in elementary all the way up. You get down there and you say, let's race from end zone to end zone. You know, as a kid. So this is one of the favorite races on the track field, is just line up and run 100 meters as fast as you can so you can win.
We are just about set for the 100-meter dash. Girls starting to get in the blocks. Buddy in position. Oh, they're going to get him up here.
Uh-oh.
Looks like one of the girls needed to adjust their starting block there, so we'll reset and do this again.
Having a hard time getting that spike down into the track right there.
So we'll do it all over.
It looked like it was Aluna Booker's having problems with her.
Yep, and again, she's one of the fastest prelim times, so want to make sure she gets that right. We are getting set now. They are back in the blocks. And we have another good start. Boy, nice job. And you see coming out quickly in lane 5 to take the early lead, Cameron Fair. But boy, she is going to be taken over by in lane 4, sorry, Precious Akpati. And Akpati looks like she did end up pulling that out. Boy, a nice race there by Cameron Fair of Saxe. And then Alana Booker looked like did come in third. But here are the official results for the girls' 100-meter dash.
Here are the lane assignments for the varsity boys in the 100-meter dash. In lane 1 will be Travion Dizer from Naaman Forest. Lane 2, Michael B.
Our next event, the boys 100-meter dash. Here are your lane assignments.
Lane 1, Trevin Dizer from Naaman. Lane 2, Michael Bay from South Garland. Lane 3, Tristan Hutchinson from Wiley. Lane 4, Cameron Harry, Saxe. Lane 5, Montre Jackson from Lakeview. Lane 6, Jamal Alford from Wiley East. Lane 7, Lane Minor, Saxe. And Lane 8, Jeremy Clements from Naaman.
Boy, fast group of young men right here, Bobby. We notice on the prelims, every one of these young men ran a sub-11.
Wow.
So all 8 of our finalists here in the 10s in this race. Again, the best prelim time was Cameron Harry from Saxe, who's in lane 4. They are in the blocks. And we have another good start. We are off and running, boy. And yeah, you see right there, Harry jumps out with a big lead right off the bat. Boy, and in lane 5, that's Montre Jackson, you know, right behind him. But, boy, that was Cameron Harry from start to finish. Bobby, a good race for the young man from Saxon. He is going to win.
He had a long stride. You could just see. He kind of looked like that Usain Bolt, where he just kind of strides his legs out real far. Now, he is holding his hamstring. I hope he didn't hurt himself.
Yep, there is your winner. But here are the official results from the boys' 100-meter dash. Notice the QR code in the middle of your screen there. If you want to take a look at the results, you can just use that QR code, and that'll get you the results from all the events. But our next event here coming up is the girls' 400-meter dash. But, Bobby, we've got a little bit of time, so why don't we take a little opportunity to read some of the other results from Tuesday's finals events, and we'll do that right now. All right, so as we continue to look at some of our results, let's take a look at the girls' 100-meter hurdles that took place, again, on Tuesday night. Yeah, hang tight here, everyone. Yeah, we actually had the results of the 100 meters, but the official results, we will tell you right now. Again, coming in first place was Kelsey Horace from Lakeview. So she was the winner with a time of 14.20. Kaylin Caruso from Wiley East came in second with a 14.54. Third place was Landry Titsworth from Wiley East with a final of 14.90. And then in fourth place, Madeline Moran from Garland with a time of 15.30. So those are your top 4 winners from today's girls 100-meter hurdles. All right, so now as we take a look at some of the results from, again, on Tuesday, take a look at the girls' 3,200-meter run. So here are your top 4 placers in the 3,200-meter run held on Tuesday. So first place was Abigail Leonard from Saxe with a time of 11:39.74. Second place, Madison Akers from Wiley East with a time of 11:58.07. And third was Aurora Dean Nego from Wiley East with a time of 12:16.02. And then in fourth place was Evelyn Sadig from Wiley East with a time of 12:20.73. So again, Leonard, Akers, and Go, and Sadiq from Saxe, Wiley East, Saxe, and Wiley East, Bobby. So those are your top 4 runners in the 3,200-meter run, and they will advance to the area round.
I mean, what a crazy tough run. That's a 2-mile run out here, and I know that's one that will just exhaust you. So you have to stay in really good shape to do that. We'll do the boys' 3,200-meter run. Samuel Ledbetter from Saxe ran that sub-10, a 9:54. How about that time?
Boy, that's fast.
I mean, that's below a 5-minute mile for 2 miles straight. Michael Pearson, second place from Wiley East. Roman Rebel from Saxe, and Sadiqa Imbruro from Saxe. So Saxe, they pick up quite a few points there because they had a third and fourth place runner. So they all advance. Again, Ledbetter, Price, Rebel, Imbruro, and Roberts are the top 4 the 3,200-meter run.
Just quickly mention again, just earlier here today, the boys 110-meter hurdles. Again, the final results, first place Jaden Young from Wiley East with a time of 14.35. Second place Desmond Hall from Naaman Forest with a time of 14.85. Jalen Dozier from Naaman Forest came in third. 14.86 was his time. And then in fourth place, Jaden Lyles from North Garland with a time of 15.09. So those are your top 4 finishers held today, the boys 110-meter hurdles, and they will move on to the area round. Again, just a reminder that on your screen there, the QR code, you can scan that for full results. And, Bobby, why don't we talk about a couple of the other events from Tuesday night as we, again, wait on the next event here, which is the girls' 400-meter dash.
Well, you know what? We could do some field events. You know, you're always looking at the track events, but there's a lot of things that go on to the field events. You have the girls' high jump. Elena Young, she jumped 5:06. Madeline Moran, girls' high jump from Garland, 5:04. And Raylan Classier from Wiley, she jumped 5 foot. So that was the top 3 there. And I mean, those are some really neat events there, and then they can really jump high. Those girls' high jump. The boys' high jump, now they jump 6 foot. So Cash Nwizi from Wiley is 6'4". Emmanuel Lemenlu from Naaman, 6 foot. And Javius Carter from Naaman, he also had 6 foot. So those are some really nice jumps from boys' high jump. So they advance to the area around there.
Few more results as we kind of continue to wait for the next event, which is, again, is the girls' 400-meter dash. How about the 4x2 relays, Bobby? Again, these events were held on Tuesday, and here are the final results there. First place went to Wiley East with a time of 1:42.33. Second place in the girls' 4x2 relay, Wiley High School with a time of 1:43.27. Third place was Saxe with a time of 1:44.54. And then in fourth was Garland with a time of 1:44.62. So, again, first place Wiley East, second place Wiley High School, third place Saxe, and fourth place Garland. That, again, the girls' 4x200-meter relay held on Tuesday night. And then the boys' 4x2-meter relay held again on Tuesday night. Finals look like this. First place went to Lakeview with a time of 1:29.25. Second place, Naaman Forest with a time of 1:29.49. Third place, North Garland with a time of 1:29.51. And then in fourth place, Wiley East with a time of 1:31.22. So again, the boys 4x2 meter relay. First place, Lakeview. Second place, Naaman Forest. Third place, North Garland. And fourth place went to Wiley East. Scan the QR code on your screen for a look at all of the results from the events. And Bobby, we still have a few more minutes before the next event, so why don't we keep kind of rolling on with some of the events, the finals from Tuesday night. So why don't we talked a little bit about the 3,200 meter run. Why don't we talk about the 1,600 meter run? So on Tuesday night, the girls 1,600 meter run, first place went to Abigail Leonard from Saxe. She had a time of 5:41.05. Second place, Evelyn Seedig from Wiley East with a time of 5:43.03. Third place, Aurora Dean Ngo from Saxe with a time of 5:43.48. And in fourth place went to Kinsley Ferguson from Wiley with a time of 5:43.96. So again, Leonard from Saxe, Seedig from Wiley East, Ngo from Saxe was third, and Kinsley Ferguson from Wiley came in fourth. So those are the results Tuesday night from the girls' 1,600 meter run.
Yeah, and then the boys' 1,600 meter run, these guys really were cooking it as well. Samuel Ledbetter from Saxe with a 4:38. He picks up 10 points for Saxe. Michael Price from Wiley East at 4:41. Dominique Richardson from Saxe at 4:41. Very close. Landon Cooper in fourth place for Wiley with a 4:44. I mean, those guys are just moving around that. That's 4 times around the track. Again, it's almost a full sprint. About a minute and 5 seconds, minute 15 seconds each time they go around the track. So, I mean, they're really racing hard there. 4:38, a 4:41. Samuel Ledbetter, Michael Price, Dominique Richardson, and Landon Cooper.
Yeah, that mile run is not a fun event, Bobby, for those that have run it before. So
they used to have the high jump mat over there on the far side of the track, and I know when I used to run that, about that third lap, I thought every time I was coming around there, I'm just going to hide behind this thing. Yeah. I'm just going to lay down.
Lay down on it.
Nobody will even know I disappeared off the track. You know, I was just going to hide.
Exactly. Yeah, for up-to-date results, you can scan the QR code on your screen there and get any of the results from the 2025 District 9-6A track meet. Our next event is the girls 400-meter dash. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Naomi Rochelle from Rowlett. Lane 2, Idu Obiagwu from Garland. Lane 3, Tanatalua Obasa from Lakeview. In lane 4, Olawaseye Ajiaki from Wiley East. In lane 5, Marinata Tadisi from Wiley East. Lane 6, Alicia Payne from Saxe. Lane 7, Ida Varghese from Wiley. And in lane 8, Adiazi Ejikimi from Wiley East. Fastest prelim time was in lane 4 with a time of 59.81. Again, the girls 400-meter dash. And another good start. The girls are off, coming around that first turn. Well, you can see right there in lane 5, Marinata Tadisi from Wiley East takes the early lead.
Yeah, I mean, she got around that corner and made up a lot of time.
Yeah, caught her teammate there in lane 4. Again, the fastest prelim time was Ajakei, and coming around that second turn here.
Dixie's making a great run out there on the very outside. She's holding her own. It's going to be a close race coming around to the 100-meter mark.
Yeah, it is. For sure, they come down here into the stretch.
Looks like she's running out of breath a little bit.
Yeah, you're looking at lanes 4 and 5. Again, the two ladies from Wiley East. Boy, look at here. Here comes Obasa, yeah, and from Lakeview. Well, but in lane 5, Tadisi looks like she's going to take it, and she does. So Marinata Tadisi from Wiley East looks to cross the finish line first. Boy, good race for second and third place here. And here are your final results from the girls' 400-meter dash. Our next event is the Varsity Boys 400-meter dash.
Yes, in lane 1, Jesse Crane from Naaman. Lane 2, Derek Walker from Saxe. Lane 3, Austin Gibson from Lakeview. Lane 4, Cameron Harry from Saxe. Lane 5, Aaron Lewis from Wiley. Lane 6, Christian Hampton, North Garland. He looks like he is not there. Braden Crane from Naaman in lane 7, and Hickma Harrison from Saxe in lane 8.
Yeah, we're just set here, the boys in the blocks. Another good start here, off and running. Yeah, and as Bobby mentioned, Hampton from North Garland not in this race, but we are coming around the first turn here, and boy, in lane 4 right there, looking to be kind of taking the early lead is Cameron Harry from Saxe.
You just got to maintain the pace, but looks like they've got both lane 4 and 5. They've got a real nice pace. They're picking up a lot of ground on this curve and this big turn here.
Yeah, Austin Gibson trying to make a move, but
it's going to be a close race right here down the stretch.
Yes, it is. Lanes 4 and 5, Cameron Harry from Saxe and Aaron Lewis from Wiley in lane 5. They're going to be neck and neck here.
Getting a little push there from lane 3.
Yeah, not going to be a boy. Look at this late push, and that may be a photo finish at the end. Boy, nice race there. And in lane 4, Cameron Harry from Saxe. Lane 5, Aaron Lewis from Wiley. This looks to be a photo finish, Bobby. And boy, what a nice race from those two young men. Here are the official results from the boys' 400-meter dash. Check or scan the QR code for final results throughout the track meet. We'll go ahead and read off some as we've got a little bit of time as they are placing out the hurdles. Our next event is the girls 300 hurdles. So as they are getting the track set with the hurdles, we'll go ahead and read some of the other results from Tuesday night.
Yeah, the 400-meter, 4x400-meter relay girls, Wiley East took that one and picked up a big 20 points. Again, Wiley East has been winning a lot of races here, and I think they're leading the entire tournament. Garland Saxe comes in second place. Rowlett comes in third. And Wiley High School comes in fourth place. Wiley East ran it in 4:03, the 4x400-meter relay. The boys 4x400-meter relay, Wiley High School takes the crown on this one. 3:26, picks up their 20 points there. Garland Naaman Forest is with a 3:28. Third place North Garland with a 3:29. And Saxe with 3:32, rounding out the fourth place there. So, again, Wiley High School, Naaman Forest, North Garland, and Saxe. First, second, third, and fourth.
Those were the 4x400-meter relay events. So got a handful more here to mention. Well, let's talk a little bit about the girls' discus throw. So in the finals for that, the first place winner was Janiyah Williams from Naaman Forest with a throw of 117.08. That's a nice throw from Ms. Williams from Naaman.
Well, she beats a lot of the boys there because I think there's half the team that didn't throw over 115 for the men's. So, I mean, she really threw it out there.
Yeah, in second place, her teammate from Naaman Forest was Zimari Holloway. She had a throw of 104.09. Third place went to Radiat Eluhaba from Lakeview with a throw of 100 even. And then in fourth place was Nala Ross from Naaman Forest with a throw of 99.08. So Naaman Forest took first, second, and fourth.
Wow.
So three teammates will move on to the area round.
Man, that's
in the
impressive
girls' discus.
right there. They picked up a lot of points.
Yes, they did. If we look at the boys' discus throw, first place was Jalen Johnson from Naaman Forest with a throw of 135.01. Second place, Nash Campbell from Wiley East with a throw of 132.11. In third place was Jackson Wilson from Lakeview with a throw of 129.10. And in fourth place, Ty Belshey from Naaman Forest with a throw of 129.06. So Johnson from Naaman in first, Chapman from Wiley East in second, Wilson from Lakeview in third, and finally Belshey from Naaman in fourth. So, you know, in those two discus events, Bobby, you had three of the girls from Naaman Forest advance and two from Naaman in the boys advance. So, boy, good job there on the discus for Naaman Forest.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive right there. You want to go with the pole vault?
Let's go pole vault next. The girls pole vault. Here are your results from Tuesday night.
Yeah, you have Madeline Moran from Garland with 11 feet. Avery Reynolds, second place from Wiley East with 10.06. Kyla George, third place from Saxe at 9.06. And Molly Lowry from Wiley with another 9.6. So they tied right there. But, man, what a great – man, that pole vault, that's some scary stuff. I don't know how you even get involved in that as a sport. Like, I know you see it on TV every once in a while, but it's not like you can just go practice in your backyard. Right. You know, you can run against your neighbors and on the street to practice for the 400-meter or something like that. But how do you ever get into pole vault?
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's impressive though, and it's scary. All right, so the boys pole vault, Wiley took first place. Ethan McGillen with 14 feet. Hudson Seep from Wiley East with 12.09. Noah Smith from Wiley with 12.06. And Elliott Haas from Saxe with 11.6. I mean, just to get up 14 feet in the air, leaning completely back, holding on to a pole. I don't know, man. That's just so scary. But congratulations to those guys for advancing to the area round.
Yeah, let's try to get one more event in here before our next event. So we'll talk a little bit about the girls and boys shot put, again, held Tuesday night. So on the girls shot put side, you've got Zoe Dill from Naaman Forest. She had a throw of 40.50. Second place was Lynn Sanders from Lakeview with a throw of 37.07. In third place was Shamira Hamilton from Saxe with a throw of 33.11.5. And in fourth place was Nala Ross from Naaman Forest with a throw of 32.09.5. So Zoe Dill from Naaman Forest in first, Lynn Sanders from Lakeview in second, Shamira Hamilton from Saxe in third, and Nala Ross from Naaman Forest in fourth. That was the results from the girls' shot put. Again, you can see all the finals results by scanning the QR code on your screen. And then finally, the boys' shot put held again on Tuesday night. First place went to Jalen Johnson from Naaman Forest with a throw of 48.01.25. Second place was Reginald Wilson from Naaman Forest with a throw of 47.03.25. Third place went to Maddox Johnson from North Garland with a throw of 41.09.25. And in fourth place, Zarin Willis from North Garland with a throw of 41.09 even. So, again, Johnson from Naaman Forest in first, Wilson from Naaman Forest in second, Johnson from North Garland in third, and finally Willis from North Garland in fourth. That was the final results from the boys' shot put, again held on Tuesday night.
This is the third and final call for the varsity girls 300-meter hurdles. Athletes, if you are participating in that event, you should be at the heating area at this time. This is the first call for the boys 300-meter hurdles. This is the second call for the varsity boys 300-meter hurdles. Athletes, if you are participating in that event, you should be making your way to the heating area at this time.
Our next event is the girls 300-meter hurdles, and here are your lane assignments.
Zion Moore from Naaman, lane 1. Jayla Thomas, lane 2 from Rowlett. Anya Yarbrough, Wiley, lane 3. Kelly Horace from Lakeview, lane 4. Lane 5, Ava Bradshaw, Wiley East. Lane 6, Makara Ford, Wiley East. Lane 7, Madeline Moran, Garland. Lane 8, Caitlin Boggle from Wiley. And they are starting on the other side of the track on the right-hand side corner.
Now, this is the girls' 300-meter hurdles. They will end up right over here at the finish line. Just about set for the event.
They're going to start with the wind in their face, too, and I think it's blowing about 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's a pretty good wind blowing on them. But they'll get to finish it with it at their back, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly right. The girls are getting in the blocks right now. Only have 3 events remaining after this. We've got the boys after this, and then the 200-meter dash, but this is the girls' 300-meter hurdles.
Lane 4, Kelly Horace had the fastest time, 44:52.
Yeah, and she comes out of the blocks first, clears the hurdle first, so she's clearly taking an early lead here as they come to the second hurdles.
She's just got to stay consistent, not hit one of the hurdles, stay up on her feet. She's clearly in the lead.
Yeah, she's got a good time coming. In second place, it looks like is Anya Yarborough right now.
Yeah, lane 3 there from Wiley. Really picking up some ground on her.
Yeah, that's lane 4 that is now taking the lead. That's, or pardon me, she stays in the lead, of course, Kelsey Horace. And Ava Bradshaw from Wiley East in second, but look at coming up on lane 1 as Zariah Moore. Bobby, that's going to be a photo finish there at the end to see who came in second, but clearly at first it looked like to be Kelsey Horace from Lakeview who had the fastest prelim time. There's a look at the young lady right there. And here are your final official results.
Sorry to pardon you. Zyra Moore had one of the worst times in prelims with the 48 seconds, and she comes in and looks like she probably gets second.
Yeah, it's close. It's going to be a photo finish, it looks like. And here are the official results from the girls' 300-meter hurdles. Our next event, the boys 300 hurdles. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Ralph Mills from North Garland. Lane 2, Jalen Dozier from Naaman Forest. Lane 3, Jivion Willie from Lakeview. Lane 4, Jaden Young from Wiley East. Lane 5, Camden Love, Wiley. Lane 6, William Meadows from Naaman Forest. Lane 7, King Baribi from Wiley East. And in lane 8, Caden Flowers from Garland. In the boys 300-meter hurdles. Lane 1, Mills from North Garland. Lane 2, Dozier from Naaman Forest. Lane 3, Willie from Lakeview. Lane 4, Young, Wiley East. Lane 5, Love from Wiley. Lane 6, Meadows from Naaman Forest. Lane 7, Baribi from Wiley East. Lane 8, Flowers from Garland. Our fastest prelim time was in lane 4. That's Jaden Young from Wiley East. Ran a 38.9.
Yeah, and he won the boys 110-meter hurdles earlier today as well. So he is the favorite here. He ran it around 14.2, something like that. The 110-meter hurdles early today and took first place there. So he is the favorite here.
Boys are getting set on the track. We are just about set.
Oh, and he slips right off the bat.
What?
He's going to have some catch-up time, and then he hits the first hurdle.
Boy, good start by Jivion Willie from Lakeview. He is out quickly and right now appears to be in the lead as they come across the hurdles. Boy, we had a bunch of young men hit the hurdles on that turn. Boy, and look now, again, in lane 4, just taking over. There's Jaden Young from Wiley East, as we mentioned before, 38.9 prelim, and he is racing towards the finish line. Last hurdle to get, he's going to get there. Second place in lane 5 was Camden Love from Wiley.
Well, that's a great race for him because he did slip out of the blocks right at the beginning. Then he hit the very first hurdle and then goes on to win the race. So great little race for him.
Well, and here are the final results from the boys' 300-meter hurdles.
Our next scheduled race will be the girls 200-meter dash. That event scheduled to begin at 6:25. Again, we will have 3 preliminary heats in that event due to a camera and network error on Tuesday night. Again, that event scheduled to begin at 6:25. Here were the final results for the girls 4x200-meter relay. Again, that event held on Tuesday evening. In 6th place was North Garland. 5th place was Lakeview Centennial. Moving on to the area meet, 4th place, Garland High School. In 3rd place, Saxe. The runner-up, Wiley High School. And the champion in the girls 4x200-meter relay with a time of 1 minute 42.33 seconds, Wiley East High School. Here are the results for the boys 4x200-meter relay. 6th place was Rowland High School. In 5th place, Garland. Fourth place, moving on to the area meet, Wiley East. Third place, North Garland. In second place, Naaman Forest. And the champion of the varsity boys 4x200 meter relay with a time of 1 minute 29.25 seconds, Lakeview Centennial. This is the second call for the girls 200 meter dash. Athletes participating in that event, you should be making your way to the heating area. This is the first call for the boys 200 meter dash. Here were the final results in the girls 4x400 meter relay held Tuesday afternoon. Sixth place was Lakeview Centennial. In fifth place, Garland High School. Fourth place, and moving on to the area meet, Wiley High School. In third place, Rowlett. Runner-up, Saxe High School. And the champions in the girls 4x400 meter relay with a time of 4 minutes 3.30 seconds, Wiley East. Here are the final results in the boys 4x400 meter relay. Sixth place, Wiley East. In fifth place, Lakeview Centennial. Fourth place, moving on to the area meet, Saxe High School. In third place, North Garland. In second place, Naaman Forest. And the champion of the boys 4x400 meter relay with a time of 3 minutes 26.43 seconds, Wiley High School. This is the third and final call for the varsity girls 200-meter dash. Athletes, you should be at the heating area at this time. This is the second call for the boys 200-meter dash. At the conclusion of today's running events, and once events have become final, we will be announcing final point totals and district champions for this year.
Our next event will be the girls 200-meter dash. But, Bobby, before we get there, let's talk about a couple more events remaining on the finals that we haven't talked about yet, starting with the girls triple jump. And, again, reminder that you can scan the QR code on your screen for the opportunity to see all of the results from the track meet both Tuesday night and today as well. So, girls triple jump results ended just like this on Tuesday night. In first place, Jayla Thomas from Rowlett with a jump of 37.07. Second place was Maranata Tadisi from Wiley East with a jump of 36.09. Third place went to Nyla Eccles from Wiley with a jump of 36.04. And then in fourth place was Mia Cobb from Wiley with a jump of 36.03. So again, first place went to Thomas of Rowlett. Second place, Tadisi from Wiley East. Third place, Eccles from Wiley, and fourth place was Cobb from Wiley. Again, those four individuals will move on to the area round. And then our final event that was held on Tuesday night in the boys triple jump, here are your finalists. First place went to Tyree Washington from Wiley East with a jump of 45.09.75. Second place, Israel Bodwin from Naaman Forest with a jump of 42.11. In third place was King Baribi from Wiley East with a jump of 42. And then finally in fourth place, Desmond Hall from Naaman Forest with a jump of 41.10.5. So again, first place, Washington from Wiley East. Second place, Bodwin from Naaman Forest. Third place, Baribi from Wiley East. And then in fourth place was Hall from Naaman Forest. Those, again, the final official results Tuesday night from the boys triple jump. So that was all the events that took place on Tuesday night. And again, you're watching the final 10 events today. We've got two remaining: the girls 200-meter dash and the boys 200-meter dash. Bobby, I'll tell you what. Let's talk quickly about our team scores because we haven't talked about that yet. So now this is with 4 events remaining. Let me give you the individual results where we stand right here. Again, with our 4 left, the 300 hurdles and the 200-meter dash. Of course, we've run the 300 hurdles, haven't got the official results. So this is with 4 events remaining. Here are your team standings. So in the girls division, you've got Wiley East currently in first, again, with 4 events remaining with 187 points. Second place, Saxe with 128. Third place is Wiley with 65. Fourth place, Garland with 56. Fifth place, Lakeview with 44. Sixth place, Naaman Forest with 38. Seventh place, Rowlett with 35. And in 8th place is North Garland with 4 points. So, again, in the girls standings right now with 4 events remaining, Wiley East in first, Saxe in second, Wiley in third, Garland in fourth, Lakeview in fifth, Naaman Forest in sixth, Rowlett in seventh, and North Garland in eighth. Now, if we turn our attention to the boys, here's where we stand with 4 events remaining. As I mentioned, first place right now, Naaman Forest with 134 total points. Second place, Wiley East with 108. Third place, Wiley High School with 91. Fourth place, Saxe with 87. Fifth place, North Garland with 72. Sixth place, Lakeview with 46. Seventh place, Garland with 12. Eighth place, South Garland with 5. And in ninth place, Rowlett with 3. So, again, quickly in the male division, you've got Naaman Forest with 134, Wiley East in second, Wiley in third, Saxe in fourth, North Garland in fifth, Lakeview in sixth, Garland in seventh, South Garland in eighth, and then finally Rowlett in ninth. So that's where we stand with 4 events remaining. Our next event here coming up, again, is the girls' 200-meter dash. Here are your lane assignments for the first heat.
Yeah, lane 1 is Aja Choice from South Garland. Lane 2, Olivia Adams from Lakeview. Lane 3, Amaya Robinson from North Garland. Lane 4, Taylor Williams, Wiley. Lane 5, Taylor Curtis from Lakeview. And lane 6, Nyla Eccles from Wiley.
And they are off again. This is actually going to be 3 heats, Bobby, in the 200. They'll take the top 4, of course, from all 3 heats combined. This is our first heat, and they're coming around the turn right here. Boy, a good race here in the first heat of the 200. Olivia Adams. Boy, and you're looking here, Taylor Williams and Taylor Curtis. The 2 Taylors, and it looks like in lane 4, that's going to be Taylor Williams that's going to come across the finish line at first, and in lane 5, Taylor Curtis from Lakeview coming in second. Boy, that is our first heat. A nice run for those 2 young ladies, and now they'll just wait and see the next 2 heats and how they end up.
Yeah, if it stands 26-3 for Taylor Williams, I mean, that would be her best time right there.
So a nice run there on our first heat here for the girls' 200-meter dash finals.
They just get right back on the track. So in lane 1, Tay Blanton Armstrong from Rowlett. Lane 2, Mia Jackson from Lakeview. Lane 3, Ashlyn Reed from North Garland. Lane 4, Jada Simpson from Wiley. Lane 6, Joy Ben from Garland. And lane 7, Channing Phillips from Saxe.
In the prelims, you actually had 2 in lane 4, Ashlyn Reed from North Garland. Lane 5, Jada Simpson from Wiley had a 26.15.
Wow, that's cooking.
As a time. So, you know, kind of a tie there in the prelims. Again, they're in lanes 4 and 5 respectively. This, again, the second heat of the girls' 200-meter dash, and the girls are in the blocks and they're ready to go. And another good start here. We are off and running as the girls come around the curve. Boy, now quickly there in lane 5 right now with the early lead is Jada Simpson from Wiley. She is trying to hold off Ashlyn Reed from North Garland and Mia Jackson from Lakeview. Jackson is able to overtake second. Boy, one of the girls had to pull up there, but it does look like Jada Simpson from Wiley is going to come in first in this heat, followed by Mia Jackson from Lakeview in second. Well, so another nice race there. Again, we'll combine those times with the times from the first heat to kind of get those top 4. But here comes our third and final heat of the girls' 200-meter dash and the lane assignments.
Yeah, and these would be the faster times of the 3 heats. The third heat is the fastest group. Anger Negath from Garland, lane 1. Sky Marie Guyton from Naaman. Aluna Booker from Wiley East and Precious Akpati from Wiley East in lanes 3 and 4, the teammates. Lane 5, Cameron Fair from Saxe. Lane 6, Egypt Baxter from Wiley East. Lane 7, Tanya Chambers from Garland. And lane 8, Jada Bradshaw from Saxe.
So as the girls get ready, again, this is the final heat of the girls' 200-meter dash.
And Akpati is, you know, we've called her name out multiple times in many races today, and she's got the fastest time in this heat. She's in lane 4 from Wiley East.
A time of 25.05. Girls are getting in the blocks. Third and final heat, and as Bobby mentioned, these were the fastest prelim times, so they've got them in heat 3 here. And we are off in heat 3 of the girls' 200-meter dash. We come around the curve here, and it does appear that in lane 4, Precious Akpati right now with the lead.
Look at the stride. I mean, it just looks so easy.
Yeah, Cameron Fair, however, has bolted out across, and she is going to cross the finish line first. So Cameron Fair is going to take first place here in this heat. Boy, what a great race for her. Did have the second fastest prelim time, but did pull this one out. And so, boy, nice race for that young lady. We'll wait now to see the final official results.
It looks
again,
like they got her a preliminary at 24.7. I mean, that is really fast. That breaks the 25 marker there if that holds up.
Yep, and that is the official result. It looks like, well, unofficial still, but we'll get the official results coming up. So here are your final official results for the girls' 200-meter dash.
Our final race tonight will feature our varsity boys in the 200-meter dash. Here are the lane assignments. Lane 1, John Connolly from Wiley East. Lane 2, Alston Gibson from Lakeview Centennial. In lane 3, Cameron Harry from Saxe High School. Lane 4, Samuel Williams from North Garland. In lane 5, Montre Jackson from Lakeview Centennial. In lane 6, DeMarcus Mathis from North Garland. Lane 7, Tristan Hutchison from Wiley High School. And in lane 8, Jalen Thomas from Rowlett.
Our final event of the evening is the boys' 200-meter dash. Here are your lane assignments.
Yeah, lane 1, John Connolly from Wiley East. Lane 2, Alston Gibson from Lakeview. Lane 3, Cameron Harry from Saxe. Lane 4, Samuel Williams, North Garland. Lane 5, Montre Jackson, Lakeview. Lane 6, DeMarcus Mathis from North Garland. And lane 8, we have Jalen Thomas from Rowlett.
Boys are set. And here goes our final event of the day. We're coming out quickly out of the blocks was in lane 4, Samuel Williams from North Garland as they come around the turn. Williams right now still in the lead. We're right on his heels is Harry from Saxe, yeah. Well, Samuel Williams looks like he is going to hold on indeed. And then we're going to have a photo finish here between Cameron Harry from Saxe in lane 3 and Montre Jackson from Lakeview in lane 5. But there is your winner, Samuel Williams from North Garland. Boy, another good race here.
Yeah, they got him at 21:44 officially, so he beat his record really nice. Great time right there, 21:44.
And here are the official results from the boys' 200-meter dash.
Second place, Egypt Baxter from Wiley East. And the champion of the girls 200-meter dash with a time of 24.90 seconds, Cameron Fair from Saxe. Here were the final results in the boys 200-meter dash. Sixth place, Jalen Thomas from Rowlett. In fifth place, DeMarcus Mathis from North Garland. Fourth place, Austin Gibson from Lakeview Centennial. In third place, Montre Jackson from Lakeview Centennial. Second place, Cameron Harry from
On your screen again, you can scan the QR code to get results from the evening. But boy, Bobby, another good district track meet has just wrapped up. You know, again, reminder, top four, finishers in each event. It does move on to the area round, but now is the moment of truth. We wanted to get to the final team totals for each division, the girls and the boys. So Bobby, why don't you let us know the final team rankings for the girls?
Yeah, team rankings right here. Female team scores. Who do you think won the whole thing? You got field events, you've got track events. Who do you think wins it?
I'm going to go with Wiley East.
Wiley East for the females. The Wiley East at 211 points. Second place goes to Saxe with 139. Wiley High School pulls out third. Garland with 63 points gets fourth place. Lakeview Centennial with 54. Naaman Forest in sixth place with 44 points. Number 7, Rowlett High School with 35. And North Garland with 4 points on the evening. So, again, Wiley East comes out with 211 points. Saxe with 139. Wiley High School 69. Garland 63. Lakeview Centennial 54. Naaman Forest 44 points. Rowlett with 35 and North Garland with 4 for the female team scores.
So congratulations to Wiley East for the team winner this year at the District 9-6A track meet. So Bobby, let's get to the boys team rankings and talk through those.
Okay, so who do you think got this one? I mean, we've called a couple of races. There's been a lot of people, a lot of guys in Naaman Forest now, and I think that's how you win these things. If you flood it with a whole bunch of every event, you have multiple people in there. Eventually, you pick up quite a few points. So Naaman Forest picks it up with 136 points. So congratulations to first place Naaman Forest in the male team scores with 136. Wiley East comes in second with 119. Wiley High School, 99 points for third place. Saxe rounds out fourth with 95. It was close, 99 and 95. Wiley against Saxe. North Garland comes in with 88 points for fifth place. Lakeview Centennial, sixth place with 62 points. Garland High School, 12 points for number 7 place. Number 8, South Garland with 5, and rounding out place number 9, Rowlett with 4 points.
So congratulations again to Naaman Forest, our team rankings winner on the boys' side. So Wiley East on the girls, Garland Naaman Forest on the boys' side. Congratulations to both of those, and congratulations to all of our athletes that competed in the event this year. So we thank you for joining us. We're going to wrap it up here. We're going to say see you next time on GRS-TV.
And the boys champion for the 4x400 meter relay, Wiley High School. Here were the final point totals for the boys